Hey everyone, and thanks for tuning in again. Today we're talking about something very important for your bass playing, ghost notes. Ghost notes is just one of many bass articulations. It's something that adds a lot to your playing. Articulations in general are specific things that help connect the notes, kind of driving with intensity, with different textures and different sounds. A lot of bass players use it in funk, in pop, in rock, in reggae, you name it. Ghost notes are everywhere, and this is the thing that's gonna upgrade your bass playing today. As usual, in the end of this video, you know I'm not gonna let you go without any homework, so there's 2 exercises that you can use to really hone down on how to play a beautiful, punchy, groovy ghost note. So, how do we actually play it? Well, the right hand does what you always do, has an attack. The difference though is in the left hand. So the left hand, instead of pressing all the way on the string to get the clean note, what you want to do is press ever so lightly, really just touch it and have the right hand attack just as usual. Now here's the thing, sometimes you may encounter a little bit of an issue, and that's when you do this. When you have a lot of harmonics, that's a cool articulation, it's a cool little effect, but not something that we intentionally want in this case, right? So 2 ways that you can prevent this. One is you want to put your finger right in the middle between 2 frets, not on the fret. It's putting your finger on the fret that's going to create these harmonics. So what you want to do is put it right in the middle. Another thing that you can do is you don't have to just press it with one finger. A lot of times what I do is I'll have a couple of fingers maybe, and then when you have 2 places that you just hover on the bass, as such, there will be a lot less chance of having any harmonics here. Okay, now you can hear ghost notes in so many different genres, but because we're just starting out with it, because we're just practicing it, I made 2 little exercises to practice this so you can really nail how to play a ghost note. Okay, let's start with a really simple groove. We're gonna do it on D. We're gonna bring in ghost notes little by little because we want to practice it slowly in a simple manner so we really know how to bring it into our playing. So we're gonna take our good friend the metronome and we're gonna put it on 75 BPM. Then we're gonna start playing a groove that is a single note groove, because what we want to practice is the difference between a regular tone and a ghost note. So what I suggest is that we start with a regular groove and then we're gonna put the ghost notes in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to bring in the ghost notes every end of 2 and end of 4. 2 and 3 and 4 and... Here's the difference without the ghost note. With the ghost note. Pretty easy, right? But you can see that it makes a world of a difference. Why? Because articulations are extremely important to your bass playing. It could be the difference between a groovy bass playing and between non-groovy, boring bass playing. I like to compare ghost notes to seasoning of food. If the bass line is food, it could be fresh, it could be well cooked, but does it really taste good if you're not putting really great seasoning in it, right? So treat those ghost notes and other articulations as those seasonings. It's just so important to your bass playing. It's where the real flavor is. Okay, now that we got this, let's try to put it in a bit more of a groove situation. We're staying with the same exact groove, but we're putting some chord changes in it. So we're gonna go from D to G to A and kind of test it out in real life settings. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, this is our first exercise for practicing your ghost notes. How did it go? Let me know right below in the comments. Now, another thing I want to mention before we move on to the next exercise. This might be a simple bass line, but this is an important, groovy, legendary bass line. A bass line that is very similar if you want to really listen to ghost notes playing in a real song, really creating the vibe. I recommend going to Fleetwood Mac's Dreams. This is kind of that style of simple bass line with groovy, tasty, delicious ghost notes in it. Now, another thing is I have a full transcription of the bass line from Fleetwood Mac's Dreams. This is available to you in my Patreon page, which you can find the link to right here below. There's also the music sheet for these exercises and a lot of other great surprises along with special perks. So feel free to check it out. Now, if you want something a little bit more advanced, I have the right exercise here just for you. These are 2 bars, but follow with me and I'll show you how to put in those ghost notes in a very tasteful, groovy way that you can take into your bass playing. So here's the exercise that we have. We're going to go for a similar chord changes, but a little bit different. We're going to start with just a quarter note of D, a rest, then a quarter note of G. Then we're going to have a 16-note rest followed by 3 16 notes. The first one is a ghost note on A. Then we have the C and another A going to D. So it's going to be 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the 4 E and a 1 E. That's the first bar. Again, slowly. 3, 4, 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the 4. You see this kind of little groove? That's where all the funk is. Okay, so going into the next bar, what we have is again the D with a little 16 note coming right at the end, going into the G. You can use this as a ghost note as well. It adds so much flavor. Check out the difference between 2. Got that little special sauce, right? So we're actually going to play that G as 2 eighth notes. 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the... Again. 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the... And then we have the same pattern where we have 1 16-note rest then followed by 3 16-note. The first one is again a ghost note, but you'll see that instead of having the ghost note on the 5th fret, I actually have it as an open string. It's kind of the same. You can use either or. Do whatever you feel like, whatever sounds better to you. But what we have after that 16 note of the ghost note is a chromatic approach going to D again. So what we have is 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the 4 E and the 1, or E and the 1. You can do the ghost note 5th fret, open string, doesn't matter. One more time. 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the 4 E and the 1. You see how much flavor it adds? Unreal, right? Let's try it out with the metronome. And that's it. Pretty simple. That's how you play ghost notes. If you liked it, please feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification button so that you won't miss any bass video coming your way. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know how funky you got with this, and I'll see you very soon.